Alrighty. This is yesterday's worksheet. Yesterday's worksheet that you just checked your answers to should have been. What ones, I know you had, what number did you have? Number 9. We'll start with number 9. Alright, so the first thing is it says to write using the negative exponent. So what you are going to do is we want to reduce first. So 4 goes into 12 how many times? 3. So 4 goes into once and then 4 goes into 12 3 times. So that means I have 1 over 3x cubed y to the 4th z to the 5th. Now it says to write it using the negative exponent. That means that they want you to take it to the other one. So that means we're going to have 3 to the negative 1. If I take x cubed to the top, what does that become? It becomes x to the negative 3. And then y becomes y to the negative 4. And z becomes z to the negative 5. Alright, other ones from yesterday's. Questions from yesterday's? Yes.
Number 6.
Number 6. So now it says to write without using negative exponents and simplify. So they want us to do as much as we can and simplify it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this negative 2 to each one of them. So I'm going to go 3 to the negative 2 and x to the negative 2. And I'm just going to bring everything, so we have y to the 5th over 5z to the negative 4. Alright. If it's negative, that means it has to go opposite. So if it's negative, it's going to the bottom. If it's positive, it stays. So we have this is negative, so it's going to go on the bottom. So I have 3 to the negative 2, so it's 2 now. We had x to the negative 2, and that goes to the bottom now, being x to the squared. So squared because we're changing it. This stays the same. It stays on the top, y to the 5th. 5 is going to stay on the bottom. And then this goes to the top. So we have z to the 4th. Now I just have to combine like terms. So we have 3 squared. 3 times 3 is 9 times 5 is 45. We have x squared. And on top we have y to the 5th, z to the 4th. And if some of you are seeing right now, I am videotaping. So the problems that we do right now will be on YouTube. I already set up my account now, so you'll be able to go online and watch these videos. And I'm going to show you also how to get to them, just in case you have to want to practice something for the quiz tomorrow. All right. Other ones that you wanted to see? 26. So you always start innermost. So the first thing we want to do is do the innermost. So I'm going to bring this bracket down and keep it a square. And then I'm going to keep that 3. So I take this squared to a 2. So 2 squared is 4. Y squared. Then we have y cubed. What do I do if I have y cubed and I'm squaring it? What do I have to do with that 3 and 2? Multiply them. So I'm going to have y to the 6th. And then we have x squared. And I close that parenthesis. Now I can distribute this 3. So I have 3 times 4 gives me 12. Then I have y squared over y to the 6th, x to the squared. And I still have my square on the outside. Then you have to remember, you have to distribute this square to all of it. So 12 squared is 144. Y squared raised to the 2. What do we have to do to these? Multiply them. So I have y to the 4th. And then we have y to the 6, and we have 6 and 2, that gives me the 12. And then we have x squared. Last thing we have to do is just reduce. So we have 4 on the top and 12 on the bottom.
Would it be x to the 4th?
Oh, yep, thank you. Because I didn't.
Yeah, wouldn't it be to the 5th?
Yep. So we have y to the 4th, and then we have y to the 12th. So how many y's do we have left?
8.
8. And where are they, top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom. Other ones you want to see? Yep.
24.
24. 24, simplify. Alright, so we're simplifying these. So, the first thing we'll do is exponents. So we're going to distribute this to, we can actually, if you wanted to reduce this, let's reduce this first. So 10 and 5, how many times does 5 go into 10? Twice, and that goes once. So now we'll distribute. So we have 2x to the 5th over y to the negative 4. And you could actually put that to the top. It's still going to give you the same one. So we have 2 squared gives me 4. And we have to multiply these two. So I get x to the 10th. And since I left it this way, I'll just leave it down. We have y to the negative 8. But what happens since this is negative, it has to go to the top. So I have 4x to the 10, y to the 8th. Other ones from your homework last night? None? We're good?